Hi there, I'm Kelly Eklund. This is Dalton Eklund with Eklund Properties and one of our favorite lenders, Chris Dangerfield with Fairway Mortgage. And we are here for Coffee Talk without the coffee today. We just wanted to ask Chris a couple of questions that we thought might help buyers that are out considering purchasing but are afraid to call a lender and ask. So we're going to ask a few for you. First question would be, how much does a buyer have to put down to purchase a home?
That's a good question. A lot of people think they need to put 20% down, but really they don't.
Okay.
FHA loans, 3.5% down. Conventional loans, there's a 3% down. VA, 0. If you qualify with the VA, it's a 0% down.
Wonderful.
So, and there's lots of programs out there to help with down payment if you need that.
Fantastic.
When speaking of VA, do you need to use specific lenders with VA? Or
No, most lenders can do VA loans. So that's a lot of misconception out there. They think there's only a few lenders out there that do VA loans. That they're all over the internet promoting themselves that way. But yeah, we do tons of VA loans. Probably half of our loans are VA loans.
Fantastic. Second question. What kind of a credit score do you have to get a home? I think there's some confusion out there about that.
Yeah, a lot of people think that they have to have perfect credit, but really a 620 credit score will get you down payment assistance. We can actually go down to 580 if needed.
Okay.
And there's lots of ways to improve your credit. The best way to do is to get a credit card and keep the balance low on it and pay every month on it, and you can improve your credit within a month to 6 months.
So if I decided I was going to pay off my rig, and I know people have done this. In fact, I think I did this the first time around. I went out, we paid off all our debts, and then I had no credit.
Right. Yep. After a year of paying off your auto loan, you're not going to have a credit score.
So better to keep the card.
You have to keep a credit card nowadays to keep
And
your
keep
credit
it
score
low.
up. Yeah.
Keep it low and keep paying on every month.
Yeah. And don't get collections and don't get any derogatories, and you're on your way to having 700 credit.
If you mentioned that there are down payment assistance programs out there.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Okay, yeah, Montana Board of Housing has a program where you can borrow 5% of the purchase price towards down payment and some of the closing costs.
Wonderful.
NeighborWorks has loans out there for lots of people. From 80% of median income, there's deferred loans where you don't have to make a payment.
Nice.
And they can borrow up to $50,000, sometimes even higher than that. And they have one where it's amortized, it's up to $20,000.
Wow.
So
there's
lots of programs out there to help buyers.
And you can help them with those.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
We work with Board of Housing and NeighborWorks quite a bit.
Fantastic. Okay. Any other questions you can think of?
You said credit cards like the fastest way to get your credit up, but if someone already has like 3 cards, what would be an alternative to that?
Keep your balances low.
Okay.
So if your credit cards are maxed out, your credit scores are going to be lower. So the more available credit you have, the higher your credit scores.
Okay.
So
Great.
getting more credit cards is not a bad thing, as long as you keep the balances low.
Okay.
And a lot of these places will give you a secured credit card without even pulling your credit. So, but they'll want a deposit on that. But they'll report to all 3 bureaus. All you have to do is typically have a job and a phone number, and they'll give you that credit card.
I'm so glad you mentioned pulling credit. So, have a friend who applied for a loan and got a ton of phone calls that day from other lenders. Tell us about that. Tell us how we can avoid that.
What they're doing is they're selling that information when a mortgage company pulls that credit. They're selling it to other mortgage companies out there.
The credit bureaus, not the lenders.
Not the lenders.
Okay.
We're not doing that. But what we'll do is we'll send you an opt-out email as soon as we pull your credit.
So pay attention to that.
Yeah, it's really easy to opt out. There's 2 different places to go and opt out, and it's quick.
Fantastic.
So,
can you give any other questions?
That's pretty much it.
I think that's super helpful. We appreciate that.
Yeah, lots of availability out there for people to get into homes, for sure.
So you heard it here. If you are wondering if you qualify, be brave. Make the phone call.
Yes.
Chris's information will be on the page. Reach out. He'd love to help you. And if you have any questions for us, our number is available as well. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Chris. Appreciate it.
Yeah.